Well, good morning and thanks for watching the Market Day Report. I'm Janet Adkison. Leaders of national farm organizations for Canada, Mexico, and the United States came together yesterday to send a message to their Nafta trade negotiators, a message about unity and doing no harm. Sarah Mock has that story from Washington.
Farmers are worried about Nafta renegotiations, and not just in the U.S., but in Mexico and Canada too.
Most of them like NAFTA. There are some producers, such as corn, soy, wheat, that are very concerned about the problems that they have faced over the years with NAFTA.
A number of farmers recognize that there needs to be some modernization of the trade agreement, streamlining some of the processes, looking at the regulatory issues that might have to be dealt with. But there's been a lot of rhetoric around some of the market access issues, and we're going to have differences. There's no doubt about that.
These representatives joined U.S. farm leaders Wednesday in signing a joint letter encouraging negotiators to protect those parts of NAFTA that have led to gains in all three countries.
And we just got to continue to hammer home to them that this has been a good treaty for us. We went from $8 billion worth of trade in the beginning to $38 billion worth of trade, and we've got to make sure that they understand we need not do any harm to what we've gained.
Though these leaders are focused on cooperation, De La Vega offered some perspective on the concerns of U.S. fruit and vegetable farmers.
And there are some issues that the Farm Bill in the U.S. Establishes that support some producers and make them more competitive due to that kind of support or subsidies that they receive. And in Mexico, we don't have a kind of farm bill that supports and helps the producers to be as competitive as in the U.S. It's due precisely the competition that the emerging economies face against the developed economies.
Canada's Dairy Supply Management Program is another concern for U.S. farmers. Bonnet explains why the current system exists.
Supply management is basically a form of inventory control. We try to produce what the market will absorb. And by doing that, we've been able to negotiate prices with the dairies that are purchasing. And it's been a good deal for farmers because it gave them stable prices and avoided some of the market volatility that other areas have dealt with. One of the core issues in the United States is an oversupply of milk. There's milk being dumped now because there's no market for it.
These farm leaders are, above all, hopeful that NAFTA renegotiations will increase agricultural trade between the three countries. Being united, they say, will be critical to protecting farmers throughout North America. For RFD-TV, Sarah Mock, Washington.
The meeting of farm leaders reflected another held by trade negotiators Wednesday morning, where trade representatives from all three countries mentioned the importance of agricultural trade in their opening statements.